And it is good afternoon. So let me say this. This is an issue that Josie actually highlighted in terms of the importance of this. The governor and we were all doing a tour of the library here and talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time when we think about a day in the life of our children and what that means to the future of our nation, depending on whether or not they have the resources they need to achieve their God-given talent. We are also joined, of course, by the governor. Where are you, Governor? He's here. He's here. There you are. Of course you are. Isn't that so like you? Just in the room always, but not requiring much in terms of acknowledgement. But I will tell you, Louisiana, you are very fortunate to have Governor Edwards. So, Governor, it's great to be with you this afternoon, and thank you. You've been a great president. A great partner to the president and me as we move forward. A great president of your state. And always fighting for the people of this district. So President Biden and I, well, we've been working day in and day out to build an economy that works for working people. An economy in which every person has what they need to get ahead and to thrive. High-speed broadband internet is critical to that effort. In the 21st century, high-speed internet is a necessity, full stop. It is a necessity. Far too many of our fellow Americans simply cannot afford the cost of a high-speed internet plan, and too many others do not even have access to such a plan. Consider most of the households in our nation that have high-speed internet receive it through fiber optic cables. However, there are millions of homes around our nation, most of which are in rural areas, that are not connected by fiber optic cables. That means those households have to rely on satellite internet or dial-up plans, which are often slower, less reliable, and more expensive. Or it means they have to go without access to the internet altogether. Around our country then, including here, that means students are sitting in fast food restaurant parking lots, doing their homework over public Wi-Fi, because that is the only place they can receive access. It means seniors are seeing doctors and medical professionals during their telemedicine visits in local public libraries. Now just imagine what that means. That you're sitting there talking with your medical health professional surrounded by people. And what that might do to impede your ability to share your concerns in a way that you feel safe. Or, if you know that's the only way you can get access, how that might deter you even trying to connect. Every household in America should be able to access and afford, I separate those 2 points, access and afford, because you need both. You need to lay down the fiber, but you also need to be able to pay for it and afford it. So these both are priorities for our administration. And that is why, through the bipartisan infrastructure law, we invested $65 billion to expand and modernize our nation's broadband infrastructure. We will lay thousands of miles of fiber optic cable and will help millions of households lower their monthly internet bill. Well, our administration is committed to helping all communities to prepare for, to respond to, and to recover from extreme weather. So as part of that commitment today, we are announcing $60 million from the bipartisan infrastructure law will be made available to help communities build flood resilience. And $40 million of that funding will be spent right here in Louisiana. And we're clear. I see your enthusiasm about it because you're living here and you know, right? Resilience, this is about helping homeowners. This is about helping residents. It's about knowing something's going to come, and let's build up in a way that we can mitigate, so we can minimize, so we can lessen the harm that we know happens every time if we don't build up that resilience. But, you know, we want to build up the resilience, but then the states need the support to do that. And think about it, it's not only about the resilience for the families and the individuals, it's about the jobs that we're going to create to do that work. We connect folks with the ability to improve their lives, to fight back against feelings and actual reality of being isolated, and instead to allow people to be connected with each other and with the services that they need. And think about the opportunity then. It includes all of that, which is about community and communication and connection, but also the opportunity to work and learn remotely, to see a doctor online, to buy groceries through an app, to deposit a check without having to visit the bank. In short, the opportunity to live healthier, happier, and more prosperous lives. This is what so much of our administration's work comes down to. Fighting to make sure every person, no matter where they start, no matter how much money they have in their bank account, that they have the opportunity to succeed, to achieve their God-given potential, in particular when it comes to our children. You know, there's so much of what we have achieved together on many levels, but with this bipartisan infrastructure law, that is based on our collective ability to see what is possible, to see what can be, unburdened by what has been, to reject the notion that the way things have always been has to be the way things will continue to be. We can't do this work at the national level out of Washington, D.C., the president and I, we can't do this work were it not for you here in the community, in local government and state government, creating the foundation so that we can come in and say, Governor, here's a check. Spend it wisely, which is what I know you will do. So it's good to be with everyone this afternoon, and thank you for the warm welcome back. Thank you.